even more 2% home loan deposits. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because, well, South Australia is doing what the federal government did and what all the other states are doing. If you're a regular of the channel, you would have seen me put up this little slideshow here. And one of these slides shows just all of the ways the government juiced the housing market, particularly during the pandemic lockdowns, but also in general. You've got an insane cash rate. And you've got 5% home loans, and then they threw out special 2% ones for single parents. Because, well, we all understand saving a deposit, particularly when you're paying insane rents and you're trying to just live life, is really quite difficult. And, you know, getting in for 2% probably makes sense to a lot of people. But we've seen stories as now emerge of people complaining and bemoaning the fact that they've been lent so much money and can't handle it as rates go up. And of course, South Australia now is, well, giving people an opportunity for a low deposit home. I mean, good luck to the people that do it. I hope it all works out. I hope they achieve their dreams and they get ahead and use it to get a foot in the market. But I don't know. It's not going to change here in Australia, guys. Housing affordability has been an issue for generations, not even just the last 20 years. Even before that, there was the same rhetoric. I don't think it can change. South Australians can soon buy their first home with a low deposit on home start loans. Let's hope there's no shared equity in this thing, because that's even more terrifying. Owning a home could soon become a reality for more South Australians, with a state government-backed lender lowering their minimum deposit requirements. Eligible graduates will be able to apply for a home loan with Home Start Finance with as little as 2% deposit. Successful applicants will not need to pay lenders' mortgage insurance, required by most lenders, if home buyers do not have 20% deposit, potentially shaving off thousands of dollars in upfront costs. So, dwelling prices in July have grown for Adelaide, Perth and Darwin, while other major Australian cities are dropping as interest rates surge. Treasurer Stephen Mulligan said the loan could wipe months off savings plans of people trying to buy their first home, rather than South Australians having to spend years and years trying to save 20% deposits to get a loan. With one of the big four banks, instead the time is now reduced perhaps to only months, he said. There you go, guys. There you go. The government's got to start lending out this money to people. Or it already is. It's just lowered the deposit requirement. Mr. Mulligan said the deposit reduction for the Home Start scheme will allow low to medium income earners an opportunity to compete at auctions. Is that what we want? Do we want them to compete at auctions? He said the government was expecting the Adelaide housing market to stabilise as interest rates rise. And Adelaide housing isn't as insane as Sydney or Melbourne. It's not as bad as, I think it's on par with Brisbane, but even though some of the heat is going to come out of the market for the first time, we're going to be seeing South Australians armed properly so they can compete in the market, he said. So what happens? What happens if the government provides an opportunity for a whole raft of people to enter into a market? What do you think happens? It's juicing up the market again. He estimated more than 250,000 South Australians with a Cert 3 or higher will be eligible for the scheme. The previous minimum deposit rate for the loan was 3%. Okay, so it's still low, still so low. A $400,000 home, applicants will need to fork out $8,000 for a deposit. $8,000. That's nothing. That is nothing. For $850,000 price tag, they'll need to pay $17,000 instead of the $25,500. I mean, that's an electrician, Robert Thiel, and hospitality worker Beth Mayfield, who are currently renting in Lockhees, said the change will help the couple into their housing market sooner. Why are people buying houses before they get married? You don't need to spend much money on a marriage. Just do it dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. I think we spent, 10, maybe $15,000. That was it. I'm just becoming an old boomer, aren't I? It's my turn. It's not like there's any difference. You know, if you're civilly together, for 6 months, you're pretty much married anyway. Anyway, back to this. Any amount you can save as a potential homeowner is life-changing, she said. Well, she's right. I never thought it would be possible for myself, to be honest. How old are they? Why do you not think it's possible? She said rent had increased in recent months, encouraging her to consider becoming a homeowner. The Home Start graduate loan will be offered from Tuesday. So there you go, guys. And I don't know what you can fill out there in that survey. I mean, good luck to them. But let's just talk about this. Am I the only one getting frustrated with all of this? It feels like it's just going to be the same bullshit again and again and again. This is just going to juice up the market even more. Rather than addressing supply issues, rather than reducing the onerous requirements for construction, rather than making it cheaper or easier or actually incentivizing the construction of cheaper houses, they're just juicing it up. They're juicing up the demand side without addressing the supply. Again and again and again. You've got people who are hoping, desperately hoping, oh, look, they're seeing the mortgage stress articles here and there, and thinking, oh, these greedy people will get kicked out of their homes and I can come and swoop it in. I can't see it happening, guys. I honestly think housing affordability is just going to be part of our culture, something we'll be bitching about forever. Because look at this type of stuff they're doing. 2% deposits. And you can't blame them. Honestly, with rents so high, it makes sense. It really makes sense. Why, waste your money? You're pissing it away for renting somewhere if you plan to live somewhere anyway. You might as well put your roots down. Start a family. Build a life. That's what you want. But it's always the same solutions. And the problems never go away. But it gets the votes. That's the problem. I don't know, guys. You tell me. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I discuss here, there are a few ways you can help out. Financially from YouTube or Patreon. You can use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. Hey, at least it's not 1%. At least it's not 1% deposits, guys. At least it's not 1% deposits. I'm just shaking my head. I don't know anymore. It's not going to change, is it? It's just not going to change. Oh, thanks everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.